And I don't know if they did that because they knew my kid's father didn't know the storyline. But whether he knew or not, this shit was still ongoing. So it was like weird for me. For my 30th, my little god sister came to the crib, uninvited. Nobody invited her ass. Because she's a new mother. So she needed to be at home with her baby, mind her business. But she showed up to my birthday. It was nothing too big. It was something real, real light. It was an opportunity for me to drink a little bit and kind of not forget, but kind of like phase out what the fuck I was going through. And she gonna tell me that she seen this bitch with her with a new baby on Snapchat. I'm like, okay, cool. I secretly got upset because I'm like, she still has you as a friend. She don't want to add me as a friend. All right, cool. But most likely she wouldn't add me because most likely I deleted her, and I'm like over it. And once again, I couldn't believe that if that's true, and if that was her baby on Snapchat, she never told me about it. That would have been the perfect icebreaker. Send me a picture or send me a text that you had a new baby. Because when you had your first baby, I'm the one that took you out. I'm the reason why you was able to be discharged from the hospital. You came to me. You asked me for a fucking car seat so that you can take out your daughter out the fucking hospital. So I'm a bit confused, but hey, everyone to each his own. And that's crazy to me. So you had to have been thinking about me when you had your new baby. You was at the hospital and shit. I had to come up. Like in your mind, I had to come up, and that's all I need. Cause I'm unique. I'm like the only one. Like I don't have to be in competition with all these extra people. You want to be out there and looking famous, and you want to be out there being a thotty. You want to be out there and grab all weird attention. But you got a daughter. You used me for years, and I'm pretty sure during those years you played me because you know I don't fuck with the people you fuck with. So you could be out there living double lives. You could be out there tricking. You could be out there doing whatever. But you come back and play with my heart and my mind and my kids' heart and their minds. Bitch, you looking to get fucked up. The funeral where my brother was seen, my older brother who passed away in 2019, is literally 2 blocks from her mother crib. So if by then her mother already heard about my brother, of course she wouldn't have known exactly what time because I'm not sure if my mother invited her to the funeral or whatever. But by then she should have known to hit me up, to give me a condolences or whatever. And that's just how trifling motherfuckers be. So before all of this occurred, she graduated. She was class 2010 in high school. That's the same year my son was born. When I had to go back to school to finish my high school, I was in the hospital giving birth. Literally September 8th, same day school started. So I was talking to my counselor, trying to see what are my options. I had an option to go to night school, all this extra shit. Eventually, I'm like, whatever, because by then I know about GED. Just I couldn't rush. I couldn't. No, I love my baby too much. I wanted to be home taking care of him, and it took me 3 years to go get a GED. Not 3 years to study for the GED. 3 years to decide to go get a GED. By then, I already had my second son. So during these same 3 years, this bitch had access to my crib. We never really studied. She never left her notes so I could study. She never gave a fuck if I even went back to school. By then I was working. So by the time her dusty ass was in the hospital giving birth, she was thinking about me and she was calling me so I could go give her, so I could go lend her my son's car seat. So she could put her baby in this and she could leave the fucking hospital. I don't know if that was an excuse to play me because que yo sepa, she found herself a good baby daddy. I don't know. I don't know if that bothered him the whole time. I don't know if her nigga at the time thought I was fucking with her. But the same Muslim friend thought initially when I told him about the story that me and her had did some stuff, he told me he thought that this been happened already. Like he thought that the whole time this bitch was in my crib, we was doing it. Like no, I was like I came to him because I was shocked that this had happened. I felt like a little lesbian. I felt like a little lesbian, and I wanted to tell my guy friend what the fuck just happened. And so I don't know if he went back and switched that storyline to kind of hurt me. Because me and him had like a little thing back in the day, and it's like, I don't know. But he felt weird because he thought I was using him to get in contact with her. Because that's just how guys are. And I don't know. But those are some two weird ass relationships as far as friendships. And after that situation, I felt like, you know what? Fuck everybody. I actually got depressed after that. But nobody knew why. Because this was a conversation between me and him. I don't even know if the bitch was on the line. Because back in the day, we used to do three-way calls. And not like us three, probably us three, but like everyone used to do three-way calls. So I don't even, it could have been a situation where the bitch is there listening to me or some weird shit, but I don't know. And when I think about friendships, I'm like, what is a real friend? Like, even before that, when I wasn't seeing her no more, when there was no communication, no contact, I felt bad for my kids because now you can't trust nobody. Like, and I wanted to instill that in my kids. Like, be careful who you call a friend. Be very careful who you call a friend. I'm like, correct yourself. That is a classmate. She was a classmate to me. I'm not sure if she was really a friend. Um, and then a little after that, I had to clean the crib. Like, I had to throw away that car seat. Like, I didn't think I was having a baby anytime soon. I threw away the car seat. I threw away the stroller. Like, long ass story, but yeah, that was weird. On my sons and my mother, I never touched that little bitch. I remember I bathed her maybe once or twice. Took a picture and showed it to her mother because I'm just weird when it comes to girls. And I don't know, like why would that child even say that? Because the last time I even saw that child was that one time after that happened between me and her mother. That one time she came back to the crib, I was actually arguing with my kid's father over the phone. And once we hung up, I got up and I hugged the little girl. Because I don't want her. I don't. I didn't. I used to hate when I'm yelling and she's looking at me and shit. And I used to hate that. So I actually got up and I hugged her. Like, fuck whoever was on the phone. Y'all here? What's up? And I hugged her, and she hugged me back. And she's a little cold. Like her mother used to say that she acts like me. I don't know if that's true, but yeah, it was like she hugged me and I hugged her, but it felt like, yo, I haven't seen you in forever. And her mother did this weird face, like I thought it was because she was jealous, but who gives a fuck? And then I don't know, because jealousy could be real weird. I even thought maybe she was acting like she was jealous, but I think she actually was. But I don't think it was that deep to where you got to come up with a story like that. And I didn't feel like that child was being malicious or anything. I don't think that child would go behind my back and say some dumb shit like that. So I don't know. And kids could say the darnest things. I remember one good time my son, my oldest, he mentioned some shit like that about her, and I actually confronted her about it. So I don't know if she was kind of like going there with it or her child really said this, but the day I see her, it has to be brought up. It has to be brought up, and then it would be kind of sad because I don't have no communications with him, and it would be a situation where I would have to tag him back in because then my nigga, you said this and that, and then what's going on? But at the end of it, I it's all in the past. Like, but that is a real good reason why I don't fuck with a lot of people.